Download it from 1075 The River's Podcast Central. Here's Woody and Jim in the morning.
On the line with us is your runner-up from American Idol, Mr. David Archuleta. Hey, David.
Hey.
Good morning.
How you doing?
Oh, doing pretty well.
This is a good time to be David Archuleta. Crush is doing fantastic on the radio. We're playing it like crazy. People are calling in to request it, and and your entire album comes out in November, right?
Yeah.
And tell us, for those of us that were wondering what kind of album you were going to put out, how would you describe it?
Well, it's definitely going to be a pop album.
Yeah.
And while we haven't had a whole lot of time to work on the album and get it together, we've only had a couple months, which is pretty fast for something like your first album.
Yeah.
But, we've been trying to, have a nice variety of stuff and just, kind of experiment with different feels and not keep myself too limited in, just one kind of niche.
Right.
One kind of genre, that kind of thing. Now,
yeah.
Of course, when American Idol is over and then they have you running like crazy, doing the
tour.
The Top 12 tour. And
yeah.
then finally you're able to settle down and kind of say, all right, I can do my own thing now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Was it too fast?
I always believe that, things happen for a reason.
Right.
And while it was a lot more fast than I ever was expecting, it's been good. There's always something you can learn, and it's been a lot of fun. I mean, I love recording and, being able to write with so many different people. It's really cool.
That is neat. Who was it, that you worked on with this CD that you thought, wow, this is really cool. I can't believe I'm working on my project with this person.
Well, it's pretty much everyone. I mean, it's just amazing how many talented people are out there, and just, I'm pretty, I'm not the greatest songwriter or anything, so being able to work with people who have written so many amazing songs is such, a privilege.
Right.
And, that they're willing to, take the day to write with you. It's so weird. It's like, why? You're writing with me and you're writing a song for me, and it's so weird. But it's really cool. I mean, there have been a lot of people that I've really enjoyed their work that I've been able to work with.
Specifically?
E-Man was one of the writers of Crush. Right. And I've done a bunch of stuff with him, and he's done stuff for Jordan Sparks and Nick Lachey and then Jess Cates and David Hodges. I've done a bit with him, and he wrote some stuff for Kelly, and I think he's worked with Cook. And then who else? There are these guys named Steve Kidner and Wayne Wilkins, and they did stuff with Natasha. They've done a bunch of stuff with Natasha Bedingfield. It's fun to work with them.
Yeah, those are some pretty good people.
There's just a bunch of really cool people.
So you got some heavy hitters there for you.
Yeah.
It's amazing, with American Idol and the people, all of a sudden they have fame thrust upon them so quickly. I know here at Belmont University in Middle Tennessee, Melinda Doolittle's from here, and it's
cool.
like you had that kind of same kind of persona. Like, you can't possibly be that nice in real life, but you seem so genuine and just excited to be doing what you're doing.
Well, yeah, I mean, being able to do what you love to do, you have to be happy. There's always something good that can come out of this. I mean, music's what I've always been wanting to do, and I've been doing, and just loving to sing. And so now being able to, share that with a lot more people than before is really cool.
Yeah, right.
Exactly.
Woody and Jim in the morning. Weekdays on 1075 The River.
1075 The River with Woody and Jim in the morning. If you're just tuning in, David Archuleta on the line with us. Hot new song, Crush, right now. And, there was a whole lot of things during the show. You don't have to answer this if you don't want, but it's one of those things where, there was so much said about you and your relationship with your father that, we kind of got the negative side from a lot of things. How are things really?
Things are really fine. I'm not exactly sure how that all started, because I mean he's been great.
I mean, it came off in the press as kind of like a taskmaster, like kind of like,
that he works
my way
really
or the
hard.
highway, that
Yeah.
kind of stuff,
Yeah. Not really. I mean, I guess it started with like TMZ or something because I don't know, because they were really into a lot of the stuff everyone was doing,
Right.
or like creating things that we were supposedly into or whatever. But I try to kind of ignore it just because it's like there's so much to be focused on right now. I can't really worry about that. There's no reason to, especially when I'm not personally experiencing it. It's not like, oh no, it got out. It's just like there's nothing.
There's no secrets. There's no big hidden thing in the closet there, huh?
Is it weird having a dad with two roles as just a dad and also as somebody who works with you, professionally?
Yeah, it's been a really cool thing just because being able to have someone there who is really concerned about things going well for you and always trying to do your best and also keep your standards and not keep you grounded in this kind of world is really good because he's someone who'll always be on my side and try to do what's best for me.
Right.
And he's not like, oh, I'm going to try and just sell as many records and who cares
and then run
about you. He's he's the opposite. He's the guy who's always on my team. So it's really cool.
That's cool. David Archuleta joining us on 107.5 The River. David, you have your album coming out in November. So does David Cook. When you heard you guys were going to be releasing around the same time, is that a good thing, or did you say, "Oh, gee, I wish we could separate just a little bit"?
Are you texting each other, going, "Oh, it's on, Cook. Oh, it's on. The Battle of the Davids, baby."
I mean, I'm not really a competitive person, so it's kind of funny that I made it so far in the whole American Idol thing. But, I think we're both just doing what we love to do. We've both finally have had this chance to, make these albums and really, go off on our own. And I'm sure, we're still going to be compared because we were on American Idol. But, I'm fine. I'm sure it's not like the same day or anything.
Right.
But, we're in like different areas of music, really.
Yeah, that's true. It could be win-win on both sides.
Well, I'm sure it'll be win-win no matter what, especially if, we're proud with our albums. We're not really more concerned about the sales. I'm not. I've talked to him a little, and, we're both just trying to, make the best albums we can and have the best songs and represent ourselves as best as we can. And, so far I think we've both been able to do that with the amount of time we've had to work on this.
It's short time. We talked about how Idol, the tour, putting together the album. On top of all that, I mean, you're 17 years old. Do you ever get to go out with girls or do anything just for fun?
Oh, well, Sunday I went to the Journey concert.
Awesome.
Yeah, that was really cool. I missed the first half though because I was recording. I was like, oh, I'm in
what
the
songs
booth.
did I miss?
I need to be there. There's like Cheap Trick and Heart too. So sadly, I missed Cheap Trick and a little bit of Heart, but at least I got to see the second half.
Yeah. The music and everything. We were talking about if you have a MySpace site, we know you have one devoted to your music. If it wasn't your music on your MySpace, what would be your profile song?
Yeah.
Huh.
What song are you loving right now?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I'm loving stuff from Jason Mraz. I watched his DVD last night, and it's just so cool from a few years back. He's just amazing.
Yeah.
And then, like John Mayer.
Mm-hmm.
Love John Mayer and Sarah Bareilles. One of their songs.
Gotcha.
I've been really into them lately.
Oh, very cool. David Archuleta with Woody and Jim in the morning on 107.5 The River. We wish you nothing but the best. What we're gonna do is we'll take a break here and we're gonna come back with your song.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
We love it. Crush is on the way next. David, thanks so much, and we appreciate you making the effort to get up super early on the West Coast to talk to us.
Oh, well, thank you for having me.
And when you get hugely successful, make sure you still take our calls, not be all snotty and stuff, okay? No promises, right?
Oh, well, if you call, I'm sure we can work it out. And
Oh yeah,
I don't mind.
It'll go right to voicemail. Yeah. Hey, David. Good luck to you.
Hey,
all right?
thanks, David.
Oh, thank you.
Take care.
Woody and Jim in the morning. Weekdays on 107.5 The River.